For my second example of a problem set that uses an if-then-else infrastructure, we're going to go into this adaptive assignment, and I'm going to show you first what it's like for the student, just so you can see what I mean by adaptive. First up, they get a message telling them what's going to happen, and then let's go ahead and get the first 3 questions right. These are, by the way, some of the dumbest questions I've ever written, just so that you can see how this works. Okay, we got 3 questions right. We completed this section here, and now we are into a challenge section, which I didn't even bother pretending to write questions. Okay, so that's the fastest that a student could get through that assignment is in 6 questions. And that's only if they've gotten all of those questions right. If the student doesn't get the first section right, here's what happens. Okay, I've quickly gone through, and you can see that I did not get those questions correct, and now all of a sudden I'm getting this message. This is what I would tell the students. So we're going to give you a chance, we're going to break down the questions for you. All right, and now we come in and we can see that we're breaking down these questions, and they'll move through. These are also set up not terribly well. And now we're going to go, okay, and now you try to get 3 right in a row again, and they get another shot to get 3 right in a row. And clearly here I didn't even bother writing fake bad questions. Okay, so let's see what this looks like under the hood. So what we have here is the top level is a complete all linear. First, there's the message problem that tells them that this is an adaptive assignment and what their goals are. Then we have the if-then-else infrastructure, and then finally a challenge section. Now, what's important, I think, is that all students get a chance at the challenge section, but that's a design question. That's up to you, the designer and the builder. So inside the if-then-else, you'll notice, oops, wrong one. Here I am in the if-then-else. I have the problem set correctness all the way up to 99%. In the if position, I have a skill builder section, and I have nothing, I have no then. It goes immediately into an else. With the if-then-else, they've designed to, you can either put all 3 things, you have an if, a then, and an else, or you can leave one of the parts empty. In this case, I left the then part empty. If a student completes this skill builder, they just immediately go into the challenge question. If they do not complete the skill builder, well, actually, let's see what that looks like. So here in the skill builder, I have 3 right in a row, correct in the rows, the completion count, no test out, day limit set to 3, just so this was short to demo for you. But look, I've unchecked this. This is the first time I've done that in one of my videos. And here's why. What will happen is the students can work until they've exceeded their daily limit and they no longer have a hot streak going. So that is, they've just gotten one wrong on either the 3rd, the 4th, or the 5th problem. And at that point, if I had left this checked, they would get a message that says, take a break, come back again tomorrow. By unchecking this, it allows the skill builder to be completed. And the completion value for that skill builder will be whatever percent they got right. So if they did 4 questions and they got 2 of them right, they'd complete out with a 50%. Up here in the if-then-else, I have this set to 99. In a skill builder, as soon as they get the correct number right in a row, they're done and they have a grade of 100%. So that's why this is set here to 99. So anything other than getting 3 right in a row means that they have failed according to the if-then-else, and they're brought into the else section. Now I decided that I wanted the else section to go a simple set of problems and then another round of a skill builder. And so I have here just those 5 problems, message that tells them they're in a new section, the remediation questions that break things down into steps, and then another message that tells them, hey, you're about to begin another skill builder, you get another chance to get 3 right in a row. In this case, I have a bunch more questions because I would want them to try and work on this for longer. But the assumption is eventually they would complete this round 2 skill builder, and then that would take them all the way back out. They would complete the if then else infrastructure, and they would come into the challenge section. So this problem set is available, and the ID code is on my website, so you can come in, you'll make yourself a new copy, and then you can run through this and see how it works.